I don't even know what the date is at this point. I think it's November the 7th or something. I was thinking, I was like talking to myself last night while I was making some cereal. I made Rice Krispies at like 1 a.m. The best time to have cereal. And I sort of like realized in my mind that I actually have never made art. Basically, the way that I view art and the way that I think art fits the criteria of being art is if something is engaging and important. Sometimes they can work against each other. Sometimes things that are only important and not engaging, they aren't art because it's just information or it's just something presented to you. Whereas if something is just engaging, that's entertainment. And entertainment, I do think, can be art, but also all art is a form of entertainment, but not all entertainment is art. So entertainment spans from the entire span of engaging, but art stops at where important stops. So important, right. I work visually with things. So important is here to here. And engaging is here to here. This is all entertainment. This is art, where the important was and where the interlap is. That's art here. And I've sort of come to the realization that I have never actually really made anything important. And I've barely made things that are engaging. I've made things that are important to me and engaging to me, but I have never personally created something that I feel like that I have felt the need to show other people for any reason other than to show that I'm capable of doing it. And that's a character flaw at this point, I think. It's something that I need to work on. I need to actually think about like what I want to say, and like I need to have more intention when I do art, when I do a painting, or when I make a video, or when I do anything, because I think from being very young, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like, I think it might have been like being exposed to YouTube and the grind culture and stuff so early in my like development that all throughout my development, I have been looking at ways to monetize my talents, my interests, myself, my personality, and things like that. I have always tried to sell art and do murals and sell poetry and do like literally anything that I enjoy that otherwise would be called a hobby. I have just tried to gain monetarily from it, financially from it, and make it into something that it isn't necessarily right for. And I think the fact that that is something that I do, and the fact that I have done that so ignorantly for so long, I think that makes anything that I thought was important at the time not important anymore. And not in a bad way. That's not to say that it wasn't important at the beginning. In terms of, for myself, it was important for me to develop my skills in this and explore this and whatever. But now that I'm coming to an age where I do want to make things that are important to other people and that serve a purpose in terms of specifically politically, I think, but also socially, interpersonally, and I just want to make things that are important to people, that would be important to people if they didn't know me. I can't say about any of my work so far, any of my YouTube videos, my art, the things I've written. This is talking from a very subjective point of view, because I am me and I don't get to dictate what's important to other people. So this is just from my perspective. What I made, personally, if I didn't know myself and I saw the stuff that I've made, it wouldn't really do anything for me. It wouldn't make me think, oh, this is important and engaging. Maybe engaging, maybe I would look at it and I would think, I like looking at this, or I like watching this, or I like experiencing this, reading this, whatever it is that I did. Maybe I could see it as engaging, but I could never see it as important because I haven't done anything with intent. of actual important intent. And I think that's where the biggest, so the two criteria for art, engaging, important, and the biggest ingredient for those criteria for art, therefore, is intent, I believe. This is the conclusion that I'm coming to, and maybe I should have made that conclusion a lot earlier. Maybe I would have been doing better, but also, then again, my intent should never just be me doing better. See, I'm like catching myself, which is good. It's good. I'm liking this. Yeah, I think intent is like the most important thing with creating art. I think if you have actual true intent that is connected to you and yourself, you can't not make it important. It can be not engaging, and that's where some of the play and some of the looking at entertainment, looking at what's entertaining and looking at what's engaging as well, completely separate from the importance and the intent. Look at it separately and then bring it together and see what you can make with those aspects. I keep forgetting myself. And I think it's better. Obviously, this differs with all art because the intent should never be the exact same thing, and it should be a very specific intent as well, I think. At least for me, with the kind of stuff that I want to do and the kind of difference that I want to make on the world, I think to achieve that, and with the art that I make, and with the kind of style that I go with, and with the things that I do, and also who I am, what my basis is when I'm trying to make an educated decision on what my intent should be and stuff. I think my intent has to be very specific, and that could change. Like I said, it's very subjective. There could be artists or, creators and stuff that do things with more vague intent, and that is right for them because that's their intent. That's what's important to them, and that's what they think is going to get across what they want to get across, because that's them. Because we're different people. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I haven't made any art that I've never consciously made a piece of art with a plan, with intent that is important and engaging. I think that's how to reach a level at which I feel would be worthy of monetizing, devoting more of myself to, in order to market. It would feel worthy of marketing. It would feel worthy of marketing if I had the engaging, important, intent-filled art. And I just haven't done that yet. I don't think. Like, I think back about all the paintings that I've done, and a lot of them have just been like fun. And yeah, art should be fun. But when you want to use that art for your own financial gain and your own gain, other than enrichment and the fun that it brings, I think you need an aspect more than the fun that you are having. Because otherwise you're just having fun and getting money from it. That's the easiest thing in the world ever to do. It shouldn't be that easy. Art should never be easy, especially if you want to monetize from it. I don't know, these aren't like complete, absolute decisions. I'm just thinking it over because it was something that popped into my mind yesterday, and I didn't want to have this conversation without a camera, because sometimes I say things and I'm like, oh, I wish I'd have filmed that, and now I can't be bothered. Art should be fun. Art should be fun. And it can sometimes be easy, but it shouldn't be easy if you want to gain from it in any way other than the enrichment that it brings. It should never be easy, it should never be fun, just fun, solely fun, if you're getting anything else from it. I think that's what I've decided on. It was just a thought. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think?